Alright, you requested this. Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. This game is interesting, to say the least. I remember when I was a wee lad, ripe age of middle school, watching the new trailer for Chapter 2 on 2/22/22. And little me was skeptical because, come on, how do you find this toy scary? But nonetheless, I was hyped. And then the game came out. And I couldn't play it because I didn't know MacBooks didn't support Steam. But hey, we got a new hand and lots of interesting dialogue. I only played it just last December, but nonetheless, is the game any good? Well, today I revisited it, and I will be rating this game to see if it is a ride or die. I will be talking about the rides of the game and the dies of the game. I'm Ride or Die, and I'm here to tell you if Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 is a ride or die. First off, let's talk about the good stuff, the rides. So, the second chapter, way longer than the first. Takes over an hour to do casually, and just like 40 minutes if you do, exactly what the game wants. Which is like way more than the first. I mean, people were completing this in under 6 minutes. The aesthetics look very good in this game, and definitely still hold up today. Much better than the first. I also like the new mechanics. We get a new hand, which is fun, and there are some puzzles that really let the green hand shine. Unless you skip it, but we'll get back to that. I also like the pull-up bars and the swing bars, but sometimes they are an absolute pain and pretty good overall. The chase scene at the end is also pretty great. It's a lot more drawn out than the first because it's supposed to be like a hide-and-seek game until the end where she just goes completely bonkers and just chases you. And it's supposed to be there's some stressful moments in there, which is good for a horror game. And the ending scene, it's a relief when you kill her, but like pretty gruesome. Oh, and we also finally see the prototype. Anyways, the lore we get in this game also confirms some things that were speculation in the first, such as children being tested on, because we find out that they were tested in the game station. And we do the 3 mini games, which are Simon Says, Wacka Wuggy, and PJ Pugapillar Red Light Green Light. Simon Says, pretty good overall. Wacka Wuggy was, I don't know why, it was really dark in there. I could not see anything when I first played. And then I feel like the PJ Pugapillar Red Light Green Light was the weakest and the easiest of all of them, because I never died in that one on my first playthrough, unlike the other ones. Except for one time because I didn't know the game started, but that doesn't count. And the new character, Mommy Longlegs, her voice actor did a really good job. Like, she definitely sounds like she's like a psychotic, insane person. So that was definitely a ride. It does end on a cliffhanger, which give me hype for Chapter 3, although I didn't know it'd take almost 2 years to come out. But overall, gameplay, aesthetics, and lore, definitely a step up from this first chapter. Pretty good. Alright, the bad stuff. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down your thoughts on Chapter 2. And thank you guys so much for getting us to 300 subscribers. You guys are the best. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so there are way too many voice lines in this chapter. It feels more like a creepy talk show than a horror game. And also, we gotta talk about Mommy Longlegs. I know it's a horror game and the antagonist is supposed to be creepy. Don't get me wrong, there are some creepy moments with her, but she does not look scary. She looks like a toy, yes, that the toy company would sell, but she does not look like a creepy monster with her spaghetti arms and everything. And sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, like I said, voice acting is amazing. Props to whoever played Mommy Longlegs. They talked like way too much to the point where you were just like, okay, are you gonna stop yapping or something? Just sit here and while you exposition. It wasn't like too long of exposition, so that wasn't too bad. There are some unsettling parts the way she talks in third person. And also she dies in the second most gruesome way. First, obviously, goes the dog day. And then we also have Poppy. Poppy, we finally get to see her talk in this one since the first chapter, and she's literally just there to move the story on. She talks, gets captured, talks some more after we free her, and then is the cause to go into Chapter 3.
I can't let you leave.
That's really about it. She's just kind of there for some lore dumps. Another thing I didn't really like about the chapter was the horror. It doesn't really feel like a true horror game like Chapter 3.
Oh my gosh!
It feels more like a creepy puzzle game with a bit of lore and a talk show on the side. There are some places in the game that feel scary, like the ending chase scene, like you never know when she's about to appear again. The other places, like sometimes the lighting is just super bright and like there's no way you're gonna get scared. The whole puzzle that involves the green hand and the Kissy Missy cameo, that part is a little busted because you can literally use a speedrunner strat.
Oh my gosh.
So there was one part in the game that really bugged me and I did not like because there's a random section at the water treatment center and I'm just dead set that was literally just there for padding.
A message from, you're gonna put an invisible,
because you can easily make this jump, but for some reason, but yeah, that water treatment center could have just been completely cut. Overall, chapter 2 has many flaws. Most of them are pretty minor in comparison to the good parts of the game, because there are some parts that I genuinely enjoyed. Compared to chapter 1, it's a massive step up in, you know, with mechanics, with all the new things, with characters and lore, definitely. But in comparison to chapter 3, well, let's just say chapter 3 is the way to go.
Oh my gosh.
But I think some of the rides outshine the dies, and it's a decently replayable game. Granted, some parts get pretty boring on replay, but overall, it's a pretty good game. Although, I don't think it's worth $10. Maybe $7. But yeah, I'm Ride or Die, and I thought this game was a decent ride. Ciao ciao for now.